UAE's new visa rules will come into effect on October 3rd.
Nothing stops you from searching for a job if you are here on a tourist visa. You can travel. So far as you have the visa, you have all that is required of you. Whoever is out there who is trying to get loads of information as to his or her travel. Look, it has always not been permissible for people to travel into the UAE to work on a tourist visa. Hello and welcome once again to the channel of Truth. I am most grateful to have you here with me once again upon hearing the notification on your phone. Like, this guy has dropped another video. Now, the information we share here is so vital, or are so vital, that I would encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, because there is a lot of things that I would like to share with you here on the channel that you wouldn't afford to lose on. Like, you wouldn't afford to lose on the kind of information I'm going to be passing through here. You understand? So do all to hit on that subscribe button and be a part of this family. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you so much for the love. I thank you so much for the support for this channel and then how far you've been able to push it to. Now, there's been lots of questions after I posted my video on the entry permits and then the new visas that have been, introduced by the country or the leadership of the country. I mean UAE, you understand? And I have not been able to update you on that because I've been a little tight. Sorry for that. Like, now I would like us to have a little chit chat, heart to heart chat, you understand? Because I've received multiple messages asking questions about what is entailed and then stuff like that. Like, people are bombarding my mobile phone with loads of messages. I mean, it's cool, I understand. If you don't understand anything, you can just drop it in the comment section or find my number and then just give me a message straight away and I'll get back to you. In case I know or I have any kind of information, in case I have any idea about what you intend to inquire from me, in fact, I'm going to do my best to answer you. But if I don't have the kind of answers that you need from me, just be patient with me. I'll just, should I say, inquire. I would also do a lot of research into your questions and then get back to you in due time. You understand? I am here today to update you on my previous video pertaining the introduction of the new visas that was announced and was supposed to, I don't know if it was supposed to have been launched on 5th September, but it was actually supposed to come into effect in September. But due to some things or certain circumstances, it's been postponed. And according to a national news, this is what they say.
UAE's new visa rules will come into effect on October 3rd. Among the major changes, which were approved by the cabinet in April, are longer visit visas for tourists, long-term residency for certain professionals, and easy access to the 10-year Golden Visa initiative. According to the updates, Golden Visa holders who stay outside the country will not have their permits cancelled. People who have cancelled their residency visas will have a 6-month grace period to stay in the country. Previously, people were allowed only 1 month.
Yes, so therefore we should all be expecting the new law to come into effect on 3rd October. You understand? As it was being said in the video, we are all supposed to wait patiently and expect this kind of implementations, these new laws or whatever we may call it, to come into effect on October, not September anymore. Now, people keep asking me, like, potato loaders, can I go to the UAE on a 3-month visit or tourist visa and search for a job, then change status once I get a job to start working? Is it still a thing or had that been stopped? What are the requirements which my employer need to change my status? Now, I'll take them one by one. Now, I would like to clarify this. Like, this is not the first time I am seeing comments like this or messages like this. People actually DM me to ask whether the old tourist visas have been cancelled. Now, I can say boldly that these visas have not been cancelled. They are still in existence. On the other hand, instead of getting a 30 days tourist visa, like the 1-month tourist visa, it's been extended to 60 days. There are two understandings to this, but on 3rd October, we would all get to have a better understanding of what this really means. You understand? So this is what it is. It is not being cancelled. If you have a 3-month tourist visa, you can still travel to the UAE. It is not being cancelled. It is. Well, I haven't read from any source of information or any portal that the 3-month tourist visa has been cancelled. You understand? So don't listen to people. If you hear news or you hear stuff on the internet, anybody talking about anything, just think twice about it, because not all that travels on the internet are true. Like, not all information on the internet are true. Lots of them are just made up stories and then, useless noises. People are trying to get views and then, subscriptions from fake news and stuff like that. But mind you, if you are in the UAE and you are spreading rumors or false news, giving out false news to the public or the masses, Charlie, it is very risky. It is very, very dangerous for you to do that. I entreat people. I advise everybody who is engaged in spreading false rumors out there to stop, because when you are found, it could land you in jail, or you could be fined. Like, you could be slapped with a hefty fine that maybe you might spend lots of time in the country trying to battle this kind of fine. You understand? So spreading of false rumors here in the country is prohibited. Do not do it. With that being said, I would also advise whoever is out there who is trying to get lots of information as to his or her travel, just be very careful, be on your guard, know the source of your information, like know where you seek information from. You can travel so far as you have the visa, you have all that is required of you to get at the at the airport during checkout or when you're checking out at the immigration. Then there is nothing to stop you. Do not listen to false news. Nothing stops you from searching for a job if you are here on a tourist visa. The point is, if you come into the country on a tourist visa, it doesn't matter. The job seeker visa is actually introduced for specific group of people. Like, you should be a degree holder, you should be qualified. Like, just check out my previous videos. I actually explain everything there. It is purposely for a group of people. You understand? But if you are a normal skilled worker or someone without qualifications or something of the sort, and you want some menial jobs, like normal regular jobs, like other jobs that do not really seek qualifications, and you get one here in the UAE, you are eligible for visa change, visa status change. Your status can be changed from tourist to residence. Like, the rumors going around in town, like people saying when you are on a tourist visa you cannot get a job, it is not allowed. Look, it has always not been permissible for people to travel into the UAE to work on a tourist visa. This has been a part of the country for quite some time now, like since time immemorial. Like, ever since I got here, I got to read that if you are here in the country, it is very illegal for one to be in the country and be working on a tourist visa. It is not advisable for you to work on a tourist visa. That is what I can say for now. It is not advisable for you to work on a tourist visa. So if you are on a tourist visa and you get a job here in the UAE, your employer is supposed to change your visa from tourist to residence or employment visa so that you can stay in the country and work peacefully. So to potato loaders, that is my answer to your question. If you ask me, that is it. You cannot. It is not advisable for you to work in the country on a tourist visa, and it has been a thing of, it's been in existence for quite a long time. It is not now that it's been introduced. And you said, what are the requirements which my employer needs to change my status? Now, if you're coming here in the UAE and you intend to work after your pleasure or after your tourism or whatever you came here to do in the country, just make sure you have a valid passport. Like, your passport should have a validity of more than 6 months. Like, should be 6 months and older. You understand? You shouldn't come here with an expired passport expecting to get a job here in the UAE. Your passport validity should exceed 6 months, and then you should also have a valid tourist or whatever visa you are holding. It should be a valid one. It shouldn't be an expired one. And then you need some passport photographs for that. You're also to be free of any kind of communicable disease, be it an STD like hepatitis B, C, HIV, AIDS, tuberculosis. Just be free of any of these things. These are the things I get you'd be needing. So what I want you to bear in mind is, it is nothing horrible. The people of UAE are not scaring people off of traveling to the UAE. No, it is nothing of the sort. You can travel to the UAE still with your old tourist visas, if you still have it at hand, make sure it doesn't expire before you come into the country, because it has validity as to when you apply for it, when it comes and stuff like that. So make sure you come into the country before it expires. You understand? Other than that, Charlie, pack your bags and then travel, have fun. Like, Charlie, pick up that flight and then be on your way to the UAE. You understand? Yeah, so that is the update for today, and I am most grateful you joined me on this one. So the visa implementation is actually coming on October 3rd, 2022. So it is, though it has been the much awaited, visa implementation, yeah, it's here to stay. You understand? So nothing has changed. The only thing that has changed is when you intend to travel, or when you intend to get yourself the 5 years multiple entry visa. The 5 years multiple entry visa is actually a new introduction, like a new system that is being introduced into the UAE. So if you intend to have that one, Charlie, for that one, it's just like going to America. You need some bank statements, like an amount of $4,000 in your account that shows that you are traveling to the country and you can afford taking care of yourself during your stay in the UAE. You understand? For that one, you need that kind of money. You need that kind of bank statement to present to the people. That statement shouldn't also be less than 6 months. And with this visa also, you can come into the country, stay for a period of 90 days, and then you can also renew for a period of another 90 days. You can go and come into the country as many times as you want to go and come into the country. That is for the tourist, the multiple entry tourist visa. Understand? So this is the little that I wanted to share with you today, just to give you an update of what is really on the grounds pertaining the visa introduction or the implementation of the new visa laws. Even though it's been postponed, it's still on trial, and they are still looking out as to whether people are going to really patronize it or not. You understand? So it's still under trial, and then on 3rd October it is going to be in existence. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. I am most grateful for your support, the love, the subscriptions, and everything you guys are throwing here is so massive. I thank you so much for the support. I would like to say a very big thank you to my returning subscribers, my returning viewers. I am most grateful for everything. Until we meet again, just stay safe, stay out of trouble, and be good. See you on the next one.